Welcome to NDTV News. I'm Sarah Dadiwe Apa, and here are the details. The Bayelsa State Government has scheduled June 6 as date for the Senior Secondary School SS1 Scholarship Entrance Examination for 2025-26 academic session into government model secondary schools across the 8 local government areas of the state. In line with this, principals of public secondary schools have been directed to present the following documents: list of JSS3 student slots assigned to them. Students must be a Bayelsan. Students should come dressed in their school uniforms. Students must come along with 2 passport photographs for identification. Examination centers are for Brass Local Government Area, Government Model Secondary School, Tuon Brass. For Ikirimo Local Government Area, Government Model Secondary School, Ikirimo. For Kolga, Ijo National Academy, Emma, and Nembe Local Government Area will be Nembe National Grammar School. Others are Ogbia Local Government Area, Government Model Secondary School, Ogbia Town. Sagbama will be Government Model Secondary School, Sagbama, and in Southern Ijaw Local Government Area for Southern Ijaw Secondary School, Oporoma. Others are Yenagua 1, Bishop Demary Grammar School, BDGS, for boys, and Yenagua 2, St. Jude's Girls Secondary School, Amarata, for girls. Time for the examination is 10 a.m. prompt. Residents of Yenagua and its environs have been advised to report suspicious movements to relevant authorities rather than take laws into their hands. A legal practitioner, Barrister Tarire Igbegi, gave the advice while speaking to NDTV News on the heels of the recent incessant killings allegedly related to cultism activities between rival cults in the state. The report.
Bayelsa State has recently witnessed a surge in violence linked to activities of cult groups, resulting in multiple killings, unrest, and growing concerns among residents. It was for this reason that Barrister Tarire Igbegi noted that there is an anti-cultism law enacted by the State Assembly. She advised individuals not to take laws into their hands, but rather report their grievances to the appropriate authority to avoid being culprits of the law.
In Bayelsa, we have the anti-cultism law that was passed by the governor, and it clearly has a lot of punishment that comes with if people found engaging in cultism or the activities thereabout, or even using your house to host cults, meetings and all that. The law is clear. And if you're found, anything you do that for it. We have different sentences depending on the offense that you fall under in the anti-cultism law of Bayelsa State. We have 14 years, we have 21 years.
The chairman of Civil Liberty Organization, David West, and a concerned parent, Mrs. Blessing Prezi Ereware, said that as much as government is doing their part, all hands should be on deck to fight against cultism and promote peace.
Even the governor has re-echoed it. And my opinion to the governor's charges, His Excellency the Governor, I hope you will not just stop and forget about it. When you talk, you come back again and ask whether actions have been taken to your words. We too, if you see something, say something. By so doing, we will help ourselves. And for police to do diligent prosecution.
Life. And when you're choosing life for good. But if you choose the negative part of life, it becomes negativity on the individual's part. So stand out for truth, for justice, and for light.
In a phone call with Police Public Relations Officer, Bayelsa State Command, Musa Muhammad confirmed to NDTV News that the police is working hard to resolve issues concerning cult rivalry killings, violence, and criminalities in the state. Janet Tuomute, reporting for NDTV News.
The Chief of Army Staff Corps, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has relocated to Makurdi, the Benue State capital, over the incessant killings of innocent villagers by herders and militia groups. The killing, which is becoming almost a daily occurrence, has left many dead, several others injured and maimed, and several houses burnt, leaving many homeless. News gathered that Lieutenant General Oluyede departed Abuja on Tuesday morning, accompanied by his principal staff officers and other top officers at the Army headquarters to the state to have an on-the-spot assessment of the situation on ground. Sources further said the Army chief has ordered the deployment of more troops to the state to give the militia and other armed groups terrorizing the people of the state. The Corps will also visit troops locations and operational bases in the state to interact with troops and boost their morale and fighting spirit. The Corps is also expected to visit villages that have been attacked and reassure residents of their safety and the resolve of the Nigerian Army to protect the lives and property of law-abiding citizens. General Oluyede, while in the state, will personally lead troops in the operation on the battlefront. He is expected to spend some days in the state before relocating to Abuja. The River State Sole Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, has appointed 11 new permanent secretaries. The appointment was contained in a special government announcement issued in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. The three-paragraph statement was signed by the acting head of service, River State, Dr. Mrs. Inyingi Brown, and made available to newsmen. The statement said the newly appointed permanent secretaries would be sworn in by the sole administrator on the subsequent date. The strike embarked by the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria stalled the appearance of the suspended senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Oduah, on Tuesday. The strike, which commenced on Monday, led to the closure of most of the courts, including all the Federal Capital Territory high courts. Akpoti-Oduah was scheduled to be arraigned before the FCT High Court on Tuesday, June 3, over a criminal charge filed by the federal government over a defamatory statement against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and a former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. According to the charge, marked CR/297/25, Akpoti-Oduah was accused of making criminal imputations during a live broadcast on Channels TV's Politics Today program on April 3, 2025. In another instance, dated March 27, 2025, the government claimed the senator told a woman named Dr. Sandra Duru during a phone call that Akpabio was linked to the organ harvesting of the late Inilbong Umoran for his ailing wife. The federal government charged the suspended senator under sections 391 and 392 of the Penal Code, which deal with defamation and criminal harm to reputation. Her lawyer, West Idahosa Sam, had previously confirmed to the Punch that his client was prepared to appear in court to answer the summons served on her. Although the strike has now been called off, a new date is awaited for her appearance. You're watching news from Niger Delta Television. On the headlines, Bayelsa State Government schedules June 6 for SS1 scholarship examination. And Yenagoa residents advised to report suspicious movement to relevant authorities amidst alleged incessant killings. We'll take a short break now. When we return, Ekpe Local Government Area Chairman suspends installation of new Olu of Ekpe. Details of these and other stories after the break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Niger Delta Television News and Current Affairs Department at the NSE Kodi Media Complex here in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
One of NDTV's traditional objectives is to disseminate information with renewed vigor. We build teamwork, for accountability, efficiency, and accuracy.
Our community reports, eyewitness accounts, current affairs discussions are detailed and competitive.
As NDTV reporters, undiluted report is our goal. We gather the news and bring it to you just as it is.
Our cameras are poised to get in the story behind the story in an in-depth news report.
Our new digital equipment are top-notch with clearer visuals and audio. NDTV is repositioned to serve you better.
Join us on the news every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m. and our major bulletin at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 25 UHF. NDTV, crystallizing the vision.
Welcome back, and the news continues. The chairperson at the local government area of Lagos State, Sura Animashaun, has suspended the installation of the new Olu of Ekpe. Animashaun will also suspended all Eid al-Kabir celebration and Jumat prayer in the local council central mosque, and Eid Grand made this known in a letter addressed to the community's Grand Chief Imam on Tuesday. According to her, after the demise of the immediate Olu Ekpe of Ekpe Kingdom, Oba Shefiu Adewale, two popular chiefs in the community, Chief Adeni Kadri Odedegboro and Chief Iskilu Olajide Ikuforiji, have been parading themselves as his successor. The local government chairman said a decision was to forestall security issues, unforeseen circumstances that may arise from the followers of the two self-acclaimed monarchs. Recall that 86-year-old Oba Shefiu Adewale died in the early hours of Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Residents in the state of its security preparedness ahead of the Eid al-Kabir celebrations scheduled for Friday, 6 June 2025. The command has deployed watertight operational strategies to ensure peace, safety, and order before, during, and after the celebrations. The Commissioner of Police, Bayelsa State Command, CP Aloyenu Francis Idu, extends warm wishes and goodwill to the Muslim faithful and all residents, urging them to celebrate in peace and harmony while maintaining public order. As part of the command security framework, personnel and assets are strategically deployed across prayer grounds, major roads, recreational and worship centers, and other key public spaces throughout the state. This includes the deployment of conventional police officers, tactical units, intelligence units, and special drones units. Furthermore, the command is working in synergy with sister security agencies and critical stakeholders to ensure a itch-free celebration. In this regard, the Commissioner of Police calls on all citizens to remain law-abiding, vigilant, and cooperative. Suspicious movements, items, and individuals should be reported immediately to the nearest police station or via the command's emergency contacts on 070-3457-8208 or 091-673-22691. The Bayelsa State Police Command once again congratulates the Muslim community on the occasion of the Eid al-Kabir and wishes everyone a joyous and incident-free celebration. We are moving on to the entertainment world. Nollywood actress Regina Daniels has accused her senior colleague in the industry of chasing her husband in the past. Also, Nigerian artist Orezi has announced the passing of his beloved father. For this and more entertainment news, let's join Onwekwe Ezinne.
Nollywood actress Regina Daniels has accused another actress, Angela Okori, of previously chasing her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko, amid a heated online exchange. The ongoing drama between the actresses unfolded after Angela Okori announced during an Instagram live session that she had forgiven Mercy Johnson, while alleging that Mercy Johnson was radically slimming down due to an illness. Regina Daniels responded fiercely and defended Mercy Johnson, which led to Angela Okori hurling jabs at Regina Daniels. She questioned her marriage to Senator Ned Nwoko due to their age difference. In a recent Instagram post, actress Regina Daniels has fired back, claiming Angela Okori used to chase after her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. Also, Nigerian artist, popularly known as Orezi, has announced the death of his father. He shared his grief on his Instagram page, stating that he was shattered, sad, and heartbroken. Orezi described the loss of his father as a type of pain he has never experienced before. He described his late father as having been his guardian angel, greatest cheerleader, mentor, and role model. In his message, the singer asked his fans and well-wishers to say a prayer for him and his family. Onwekwe Ezinne reporting for NDTV News.
Now to some foreign reports. The UN General Assembly on Tuesday elected 5 new non-permanent members of the UN Security Council. Bahrain, Colombia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Latvia, and Liberia were elected to serve as non-permanent members of the UN Security Council with 2-year terms beginning in January 2026. They will serve through the end of 2027 on the UN body responsible for maintaining international peace and security. They will join the 5 non-permanent members elected in 2024, which are Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia, who will serve through 2026. The incoming members will succeed Algeria, Guyana, the Republic of Korea, Sierra Leone, and Slovenia, whose terms end in December 2025. The Security Council has 15 members, 5 permanent members, China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the US, who hold veto power, and 10 non-permanent members elected by the General Assembly for staggered 2-year terms. Elections are held annually by secret ballot, with seats allocated by regional group. Candidates must secure a 2/3 majority in the 193-member General Assembly to be elected. A total of 188 member states participated in the election, which required only 1 round of balloting. The non-permanent seats on the Security Council are distributed according to 4 regional groupings: Africa and Asia, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and the Caribbean, and the Western European and other states group. And now to the ever-busy world of sports. On Tuesday night, Nigeria's Super Falcons defeated Cameroon 2-0 in a pre-WAFCON international friendly in Abeokuta, Ogun State, thanks to 2 goals from Rashidat Ajibade. For more on these and other sports stories, let's join Ayemi Miene.
Nigeria's Super Falcons started their 2025 campaign on a high note at the MKO Abiola Stadium thanks to 2 goals in the first half and a composed performance from Ajibade, who captained the team. After being taken down in the area, Ajibade scored the first goal from the penalty spot in the 26th minute, sending the Cameroonian goalkeeper the wrong way. And then she completed a deft move with a calm strike after a superb assist from Omorin Shola Babajide, doubling Nigeria's lead shortly before halftime. Despite torrential rain and sleek surface, the Falcons were sharp and well organized in the second half, preventing Cameroon from scoring. The win gives head coach Justin Madugu a lot of motivation ahead of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, and it was Nigeria's 15th victory over the indomitable Lionesses in 21 meetings. Ayemi Miene for NDTV Sports.
That sports report ends our bulletin for today. But before we go, let's look at stories that made headlines. The Bayelsa State Government has scheduled June 6 as date for the Senior Secondary School SS1 Scholarship Entrance Examination for the 2025-26 academic session into government model secondary schools across the 8 local government areas of Bayelsa State. We also brought to you a report that residents of Yenagoa and its environs have been advised to report suspicious movement to relevant authorities rather than take laws into their hands. And finally, the chairperson Ekpe local government area of Lagos State, Sura Anima Shon, has suspended the installation of the new Olu of Ekpe. That's our package for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Dadewe Apa. Bye.